I'm in focus. Focus, 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 focus. Focus, focus. Am I in focus? Yeah, I'm in focus. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing our video of planets through ascendants. And today we're going to be doing Mars in the third house, in the sign of Scorpio, for Virgo ascendant people. As in what happens when Mars is in the third house. For Virgo ascendant, Kanya Lagna. Okay. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here at KRSastrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy. And especially on that academy, today I'm going to be putting 2 videos. I put one already in my Vastu course related to toilet seats, remedy for toilet seats, because toilet represents the drainage energy, right? And then I'm also going to be putting the door remedy. And I'm going to be doing this because when I talked about my Hanuman remedy, a lot of people joined that course. And apparently some of you are saying that you don't have the remedies for these. So I'm like, I thought I did that. And I looked at some videos and I couldn't find it. Maybe I didn't. So I'm just going to put that in. Okay. So Mars in the third house. So remember, Mars is the significator of the third house. Okay. And it rules the third house with Scorpio, and it rules the 8th house with Aries. Now, what does Mars represent? Because just because you have Mars in the third house doesn't mean it's always going to do something with you. Okay? Mars is simply a limb of Jupiter. And so here Mars will represent a younger brother. It's a significator of siblings in general, but it's also the younger brother. And third house is also the house of activities, performances, media, marketing, information, internet. Okay, and it's also the 8th house ruler. Hidden knowledge, secrecy, occult, mysticism, research, insurance, inheritance, wills and estates, transformation, changes. So one thing you will notice, if you have a younger brother, okay, either younger brother or your neighbor will always feel like something unusual is taking place, whether in the community, whether in the family, whether in the world. They always become kind of suspicious of all activities that are happening. You will see, like, they will, if something is happening, you know, like for example, some war is happening, they're always going to become suspicious of what's, who and what and why it's happening. They'll always take that contrary approach. Sometimes it's controversial approach. Okay. Then we also see when your brother, okay, so if you have a brother and when they leave the house, meaning they moved out of the house, whether they went to a college, they moved up because they got a job and now they can afford their apartment, their home, they moved up. You will see a major transformation occur in your life. Sudden changes happens in your life. And we also see, especially because third house, Mercury represents skills, right? But Mars is the karaka of the third house, significator of the third house. Third house is skills, third house is efforts. So here you will see that a person will always have certain skills and efforts related to hidden subjects, secretive subjects, natural inclination towards research, occult, mysticism, Vastu. Like especially you will see in India, Mars in the third house, one can get attracted towards Lal Kitab, the red book. Okay. Then we see that this person's skills are always going to be desiring to protect something in secrecy. Like they would love to join, let's say in India, they will love to join RAW. In US, they will love to join CIA. They like to deal with cybersecurity. They want to put their energy into investigating things. Okay, so investigating any kind of a subject, any kind of a thing is their best skill. It's like a natural skill given to them. You don't have to be trained. So for example, you lose something in your home. You have a younger brother or siblings in general. When you tell one of those siblings, they will be at it. They will kind of know through their own instincts where and what could have happened to this particular thing. Then on the other hand, whenever you do any work with your brother, whenever you are, let's say you have a male friend, right? Mercury is friend, but male friend is also seen through Mars. Okay, Mars is somebody who will fight for you, who will stand behind you and, protect you. And so usually who protects us? Usually friendships are made sometimes. Why? Because one child is getting bullied, the other person comes and saves them, and now they become friends, they walk home together, they hang out together. So you see how Mars becomes that, instead of just friend, which is Mercury as well. So you will see whenever such people keep secrets in their life, you can even tell them, hey, when such people keep secrets in their life, they always flourish. Because not only Mars is in Scorpio, but Mars is in the third house, which is the bhavam of the 8th house, 8 from the 8th. This is why third house is a bigger secret. This is why I said such people will have a desire to work in places related to secret government agencies, like RAW, CIA, KBG, whatever it is around the world. They would love to work on that. And then, because third house is skills, one of the best skills that these folks have is the skill of development. Meaning, especially with Mars, if these people go into engineering development, they go into development of products where things, especially technically, are worked on behind the scenes before they're announced. Those places, their strength and skill are utilized the most. Like, for example, okay, I'm a creative person. I'm an artistic person. But let's say when I was in mortgage, my skills weren't being utilized to the maximum of their ability. Okay? What creativity can I do in pushing paperwork, dealing with loan papers, trying to approve people for a loan? There's no creativity. So that means for someone like me, my skills are not being utilized to their max. But you put me on a film set, you put me in a creative environment, okay, well, now I can just use my entire arsenal, the natural arsenal that has been given to me. So we're saying same thing here is that such people need to go do jobs and work where you have to sign a confidentiality agreement saying that you will not announce or say anything about this product until it has been released, until people know about it. Yes, fine, talk about it. But even then they'll be like, well, you can't talk about this engineering thing, how this happened. I believe it's called NDA, right? Non-disclosure agreements. Those are the places where your skills are utilized the most, and especially because of Mars, anytime it's related to engineering, chemicals, pharmacy, weaponry. Like, for example, somebody can be working for Lockheed Martin with this. Well, that's where you need to be. And because of this particular Mars, you will see no matter how much debt you have, you're always going to be able to overcome debts. At the same time, major transformation in career happens also when brother moves out, when one of your siblings get married. Sudden change in your career will happen. And you could see this happening within 8 days. Within 8 days, something significant occurs. Then, because Mars is in the third house in Scorpio, okay, You will also see that younger brother may actually give up his inheritance towards you or to you. Or they will actually not like give everything, but they'll be like, no, I think you deserve this. You should take this. Because from the 8th house, Mars, 8th house is inheritance. Mars is sitting in the 8th house. Now, if 8th Lord is in the 2nd house, inheritance goes to the individual, right? 8th Lord goes into the 3rd house, which is 8th from the 8th. Inheritance of inheritance. So what happens is the individual sibling may get more inheritance than this individual. But because Mars, as a protector, as a brother is there, they are gonna desire righteousness. But okay, how come I'm getting like 4 properties, you're only getting 2? Here, take 1 more. So those things balance out. Now, of course, if there's other planets that are influencing this Mars, this is going to change the whole dynamic. Because you have to see what is around Mars, who's influencing Mars, who is trying from Mars. And then you also see with certain planets, as a child, you either started walking really fast, like very quickly you started walking, or you walked really late. So if there's no influence on the Mars, you'll start walking really fast. You'll become very independent. Like even as a child, you want to do things on your own. No, don't help me. I'm going to do it. No, don't let me fall. I'll ride the bike. Because they want to feel that strength. Their strength comes from that independentness. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mars in the 3rd house of Scorpio for Virgo ascendants. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss these type of videos. If you want to know where your Mars is placed, along with all your astrological details, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. And also, one thing I forgot to say is that, Mars in the 3rd house will create conflict. The younger sibling will have a conflict with the father. And it could be actually over inheritance as well. So keep in mind that as well. Okay. But it's very important to really see what the relationship is like. You have to see their other planets. Because if what Mars in the 3rd house just shows me exactly how relationship is going to be and what good and bad things are happening, then we don't need astrology. We just need ChatGPT and you get your answer. But guess what? None of these AI can solve your astrological or your life problems through astrology because they don't have the sight. Remember, AI does not have the sight that the human living soul does. So anyway, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.